ClaretsTV speaking to Chippenham manager Robbie Simpson after the draw here against Chippenham. Robbie, that was 1-1 on paper, but it could have been a lot more.
Yeah, it was a crazy game, particularly in the end. Tough, you know, they were good footballing side. Just speaking to their management team there, they've done really well, managed to keep the majority of their group together from last year, and they were building something last year. I thought they played really well towards the back end of the season against us at their place. We wanted to stick it on them today. We knew they were going to try and play out, and they were good at it, but we thought here on our sticky pitch that we could get at them with our fans behind us. And the vulnerability when you do that is if one player just isn't quite brave enough or hesitates, then you let them out. And I thought in the first half we got it right sometimes, don't get me wrong, we did nick it in their final third on a few occasions, but we let them out far too easily, particularly down their left, our right side. We weren't quite brave enough to be on the front foot. We nicked it there. Actually, when we were brave, we actually nicked it. Brad nicked it, and we went on and created a great chance. But yeah, first half I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't have that front foot bravery and take the shackles off. And again, I can say, look, it's understandable. We lost at the weekend. We want to be safe and secure, but we're at home here. You know, we're unbeaten at home. I know we've only drawn 3 games. We're unbeaten at home. We've got the fans behind us. We need to be brave and take the shackles off and take it 2 teams with and without the ball. Yeah, so we got it slightly wrong, but it wasn't catastrophic. It was, we still were in the game a lot, and actually going forward we created some really great moments, and I'm not sure how we haven't scored in the first half. They obviously could have had a couple more potentially, and Ted's pulled off a great save when it mattered. And I just reiterated to them at half time, you know, you've got nothing to fear. I know it's easy when you're 1-0 down to then take the shackles off, because you have to, you're forced into it, but they needed to do that in the second half, and we did. We stuck it on them, and we were a lot better. Fair play to Chippenham, they didn't back down like the previous 2 teams did against us here. They wanted to win as well right to the very end, and it became a real end-to-end game. I thought we had the better chances, obviously, particularly towards the end, and how we haven't scored more than 1 today, I'll never know. But they'll probably be thinking the same. We've come away disappointed that we haven't won because of how we finished. But they're probably disappointed they didn't get maybe a few more goals ahead. So it's yeah, overall, if you look at the whole 90 minutes, it's probably a fair result, but we're certainly kicking ourselves again that we haven't managed to get over the line.
I suppose with the game 48 hours ago, all the substitutions made a big impact for both sides, and gave both teams an impetus in that last 25 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. We brought on the two power subs, really. We knew that later on in the game, power would have a big influence, just as it was on Saturday at Weston when they brought on their 2 powerful lads, and it got to us a bit. So we kind of did the same today with Oz and Jordan. Brilliant to get Jordan in. He gives us a bit of everything up there. I said to him, you've got every attribute I wanted as a striker, and it's for us to get that out of him week in, week out, and get him hungry and being an animal up there and making defenders come off. Thankful that the final whistle's blown, because they don't have to face him again for a long time. So it's brilliant to get him over the line. I never doubted him when he went through. I knew he was going to score. Brilliant conviction with his finish into the far post on his left foot. He's absolutely devastated. He didn't score the second one with his right foot. He went near post, which was actually the right decision, because the keeper went really early to his right, so the near post gap was there. He almost caught it too well, and it hit the bar and went over, I think. But a really strong, positive debut for him. Oz was exciting off the bench, and I thought Callum got the assist for the goal, so he did really great off the bench as well. And Ike, having to come on because of injury in the first half, was ready, and I thought he defended ever so well, particularly when we left him exposed. Like, they were trying to go down the left quite a lot, and we left him exposed because we wanted to keep Oz higher, and I thought he stuck to his task tremendously.
Yeah, and we scored a lot of goals in the 90th minute last season, but we've scored 2 in the 85th minute this season already. So I suppose, and Jordan Greenwich, just a minute after they could have scored, made it 2-0, and Arthur Penny's cleared it off the line.
Yeah, that kind of moment sums up the whole game. They could have won it, and then we could have won it, and that really typified the whole game. I thought it was, like I say, overall a fairly even game, and the result is a fair reflection on how both teams played. I say, but they probably thought that they could have won 4 or 5-0, and we actually think the same. So it's this league's tough, you know. It feels like, especially with the results in these first 5 games, that no one knows who's going to win. You're not going into a game thinking these are better than us, and you're not going into the game thinking you're the dominant team. It's a very, very even, equal league, and it's going to be, each game's going to be decided on moments and maybe bad decisions, which we did again today for their goal, and maybe moments of luck, and you have to try and make the majority of those moments go your way, and you'll come out on top. But it's certainly going to be one team could have won it, but the other one, it's going to be that type of season. It looks like they are really strong teams in this league, and when you're low on confidence, those moments tend to go against you, and that's how it has been for a long, well, since the start of the season. And we need to keep sticking together, keep positive, and it will turn. When we get that first victory and get that confidence, then these little things will start going our way. We'll get the rub of the green. You know, we won't miss from 3 or 4 yards out. They'll just hit our knee and go in, and that's just football, and that's what we need to keep persevering and keep going forward for.
And some rest and recovery this week. We've got a few injured players today, and Jake High from before. So, but then we've got a long journey to Truro. But, you know, going down the Friday night and preparing well for that. Yeah, I mean, we're still, our squad still isn't looking how we want it. There'll still be some players coming in, hopefully. And the players that are here have to continue to show things to keep them here. We're still in a bit of a transition period and figuring out what the squad needs to look like, and it has been a bit of trial and error, and it will continue to be that until we'll look back, take a step back, and think, yeah, I'm happy with this now. Now we can go forward. So. Drury and Mickey and myself are working really hard to try and get a team that can really compete for promotion this season, and that'll be ongoing for a little while yet. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm really proud of the players today, and I think the fans saw that they gave absolutely everything. And second half, there was no inhibition about them. There was no fear. They played without fear, and they kept going right to the very end. And we're gutted we haven't won, but it's coming. It is coming. Okay, lucky today, Robbie, and we'll see you in Cornwall on Saturday.
Thank you.